Instagram to get on board. And we've got an interesting card for today. Let's go with interesting. And I'll tell you why I modified what I modified. There we go. All right, back to here. And we'll see who pops in first. I'm a few minutes early today, but I was ready, so here we are. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And yes, I'm hoping, I know today will be a better day. Yesterday was difficult. Not so much, I mean, I loved spending time with my granddaughter. She was amazing. She's doing all kinds of things she wasn't doing a week ago, like rolling over and actually getting her fingers in her mouth. Good morning, Jonille. Glad you are here. Welcome. Yeah, like 2 fingers from each and then pull your mouth open and then wonder why you can't get your mouth closed. She'll be 4 months tomorrow. 4 months tomorrow. So, yes, learning all kinds of things. She follows the dog with her eyes. She is beginning to pat him. So, the word gentle is going to be flying out of my mouth a whole lot, both from her petting him and from him licking her. Yeah, we got to be a little cautious here. But so, anyway, on the way home, I stayed a little longer because I wanted to show my daughter something. And I don't know if you know Wisconsin, but Highway 41 is one of the main thoroughfares north and south. And so every Friday, like clockwork in the summer, half of the world migrates north to cottages and cabins and lakes and all the things. And they're usually driving a motor home and towing a boat and hell bent for leather. And so I got to around Green Bay, which is usually flying 80 miles an hour, 4 lanes, and instead was 25 miles an hour and sometimes a dead stop. Good morning to whomever else is here. And so I'm like, okay, something's not right here. So we putzed along for several miles and I'm headed southbound, right? And usually on a Friday, southbound is not the hot ticket item, it's northbound. Well, roughly 8 cars had crashed in the northbound lane, being the maniacs that they were. And so they were hauling vehicles off, and all the traffic was backed up for, oh my God, it must have been 10 miles. I felt bad for the semi drivers because there they are stuck in the middle of all the vacation traffic. So finally got past that and was down toward home. And then there's construction. So lanes were closing off. And finally I thought, I'm just going to get off of this thing and I'm going to take the back roads. Good enough. I don't care. But by the time I got home, I was like, yeah, half dead. So did a bunch of self-care things and set the intention that today's card would be something that would fill me up, fill us up. And then I pulled the card and it says work. Okay, universe, great sense of humor here. So, but let's do a little tapping first, a little breath. Good morning, Barb. Glad you're here. Welcome. And then I will tell you about the card deck and put the card in context. So a little bit of tapping and some breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose, hold at the top. And out. There. All right. So for whatever reason, I decided to reread the introductory stuff in the bottom of the deck. So I want to just read some of that to us because it'll reroute us a little bit, especially in terms of this card work. Really? All right. So it says, dear friends, I was inspired to create this deck to encourage you to experiment with wild offering all to the divine with complete and utter abandon. When you fully surrender any topic to the divine, you begin to release a tremendous burden. Sounds good, right? Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Ruth. Ann, glad you're here. Thank you for the sunshine. Let's see. You no longer have to solve the problem from the ego. You no longer have to micromanage the entire issue. Anyone? Anyone? My hand's up. You immediately feel lighter. The right help and actions amazingly get shown at the right time. This deck can be used as an oracle where the divine guides you to a specific card, or as a fun way to get helpful reminders from the divine to carry with you or put on your altar. One of the best ways to learn the ancient practices of surrender and offering is through playfulness and spontaneity. So please use this deck in this fashion. So I'm like, all right, we will use it in this fashion. So here's the cover of the deck for those of you who aren't familiar. It's Tosha Silver, who also wrote Outrageous Openness. And there's another book she's got. It's something about prayers. Something about prayers. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. So she's calling it work. I can't remember what I even called it, but be of service. I called it be of service. Yes. Matches my shirt. I thought I'd wear a sunny little shirt today and see if that kind of lifted the spirits. I think it's going to be a self-care day, a sit on the porch, do my holosync, do my paraliminals, do some journaling, have my cacao, all the things that feel good. Feel good. I think it's a fill up the tank day. So even though it says work, let's see what it has to say. Breath in, breath out. I am now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. So that doesn't mean we have to labor, labor, labor. It means we show up as who we are and people benefit. People benefit. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. Isn't that a lovely thought? I will be a light that counters some of the darkness here. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide, which also means the gifts that we're utilizing to be of service will be maintained by the divine. We need to be open, though. We need to be open. We need to be ready to be, well, like today, I need to be ready to not work, but to take some time and refill the tanks and hang out in nature and listen to the birds and all the things. So take a look at how you're doing right now. Welcome to those of you whose names aren't rolling. Glad you're here. Take a look at how you're doing right now. Be truly honest with yourself. Good morning, Beth. Glad you're here. Welcome. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome, welcome. Are you being of service to yourself first and foremost? Because if you're not taking care of your own vessel, you're going to have a hell of a time trying to be of assistance to others. We all know that old saw. The oxygen masks drop, put your own on first, then assist others. And in this month of July, when we have a lot of tumult, even more so, slowing our pace down. Boy, I tell you, when my rule of thumb is I'll do like 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. That's enough. There were people blowing my doors off, and I used to be that person, and I'd be frustrated when people would pull in front of me. Now I bless them because I figure maybe they're preventing me from, maybe they're an earth angel preventing me from having an accident, slowing me down. And what I've also found, which is a really interesting thing and defies the rules that we think operate here on earth, when I slow down, I oftentimes get there much earlier than I would have if I kept rushing, pushing all the things, right? So how are you doing on that? How are you doing on taking some time for you, having some peacefulness, some contemplative time, some quiet, some inner reflection, doing the things that serve that purpose, whether it's a cacao ceremony or some meditation time or listening to Insight Timer or yoga, all the things that we can do that serve us. My friend Janice just got a new puppy, and she sent the picture of her new puppy. She named him Augie Doggy, and he's 8 weeks old, and he is cuter than heck. just cuter than heck. So even just looking at his picture was a lift. What are you doing to lift yourself? What are you doing to lift others? What are you doing to take the time outs that you need? Yes, a quiet place. Quiet, quiet, quiet. I like, well, it's on the way up, I had the radio on. No, not the radio. I curate more than that. A CD that a man who taught a class that I went to had put together of music that he liked and appreciated. It was everything from Eastern Indian to all kinds of stuff. Instrumentals. It was just a cool mix of stuff. The penny whistle song is in there. I love the penny whistle song. If you're not familiar with it, Google it. It's fun. It's a happy little song. So, what are you doing right now for you? Miss Scarlett was fabulous. She rolled over yesterday morning first thing, so her mama got to see it first. Yay. That's so hard when you're a working mom and then you come home and who's ever taking care of your kids says, "Hey, they did this today." So she got to see the first rollover. Woo! Let's see, what else was she doing? She was babbling. She was putting 4 fingers in her mouth. She could actually now navigate the nook into her mouth, although she still would pull it out and be mad that it somehow left her mouth. But yeah, we read 3 books. One of them was called Larry Loves Portland. And I thought it was from my sister who lives in Portland, but it was actually from my son who lives in Portland. Larry Loves Portland. So she loved that one because it was very bright and lots of fun pages and talked about all the cool things in Portland, including the Rose Garden. So that was fun, reading books. Took her for a half-hour walk. It was pretty bright out for her, though. So we had some sneezels. And the dog was mad that he didn't get to go, but I was running on low steam and didn't think I could manage both of them at once. So his daddy came home and took him for a walk, and then he was a happy boy again. But it was fun playing with him too, because he likes to tear up stuffed animals. And for a little dog, he sure can do some damage. So they got this big duck. It's a Kong brand duck, and there's actually a Kong inside of it. And there's a squeaky and a bunch of other stuff. Well, he's been ripping and tearing on that thing for quite some time. So now the duck has no head. It's one wing. It's one-winged. Yeah. So, but the funniest thing was he has a little Kong too, a little red Kong. I threw it and accidentally hit the fan that was in the doorway to pull the air conditioning into the farther parts of the house. Tipped the fan over. He jumps back, looks at me with these gigantic, horrified eyes, retreats to the couch, and he's like, he was not going past that fan that was laying down. So Scarlett and I had to go over and pick up the fan so little chicken boy could get past and go get his Kong. Yes. So it was a good day. It was a good day. Other than the travel back, that travel. So my plan is be sure to leave earlier, not stay late, spend time, which is a bummer, but oh my God, that traffic was horrendous. So your mission for today, should you choose to accept it, is look for some opportunities to be of service. Be of service to yourself first and foremost. Please, please, please. Then look around and see what might be done to help others. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. We're just about done, but the replay will be up in short order. So again, the word on the card, work, is a misnomer. It's more about being of service, of using your gifts, of expressing who you really are, because that's what adds to the world. So take some time to do so today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.